Hi, I'm Jody Sharpe, and I've made an addition to my channel on YouTube, and it's going to be called Angel Stories. And so today I want to tell you some angel stories of my own, how I got started writing books about angels. And in my latest book, New Angel in Town, I incorporated all the angel stories family, friends, and people I meet at book signings have told me about angels, and I put them all into fiction form in a novella. But today I want to tell you my very own angel stories, and I have a couple more, but today the first two. Sadly, my daughter passed away 30 years ago now, and I was just so despondent. I didn't know how I was going to go on. And so I just made my days. I don't know how I did. And one night I had a dream. And in the dream, a voice said to read the book, Charlotte's Web. Well, I had never read that children's book. My children in the 1980s had watched the cartoon on TV, but I'd never read the book by E.B. White, a children's book. And so I woke up and I thought, I'm going to get that book. And I went to the bookstore and I bought it and I brought it home and read all afternoon. And it's about, and I'm sure a lot of you have known that book, it was about the friendship between Wilbur the pig and Charlotte the spider. And they lived on a farm and about their friendship. And it's a beautifully written story. And so all afternoon long, I thought, where is this message? They become friends. Charlotte the spider saves Wilbur's life at the state fair. But in the end, Charlotte passes away and Wilbur is despondent. And there the message was on the very last page, and I'm paraphrasing, but the sentence was, Wilbur never forgot Charlotte, but he went on to love her children and her grandchildren and his life on the farm. And there was the important message for me, to love what I had left. I could always love my daughter, Kate. Nothing would take that away. But I had children to love and family to love and friends and my own life. No, I didn't live on a farm, but I had the life that Wilbur did of love surrounding me. And that was such a profound message for me to find it in a book. And that was a real miracle. And I know my guardian angel must have sent me that message in a dream. And then the next thing that happened, I went back to work as a special ed teacher, and my dear friend Nancy, when summer came again, said, come on with me. Let's go to Houston. I want a girls' trip. We'll stay with my friend, and we'll have a wonderful time. And so I did go, and we flew to Houston. And the first day we went shopping, and we got all dressed up and went to Lord & Taylor at the Galleria Mall. And she went to buy a tie for her son-in-law. And we were standing while she was buying the tie, and this distinguished man was standing there, and he started talking to us, and we just exchanged pleasantries. And he said he was from Scotland. And then we said goodbye and went on our way, thinking nothing of it. But the next day, Nancy said, let's go to this little town outside of Houston, an hour out. And we drove there. She said, they're little shops. I've never been there. Let's go. They're cute shops, gift shops. So we went in the morning and we didn't dress up this time. We had shorts and t-shirts on. And we went to the first little shop we went to, very small little gift shop. And we're looking at things. And all of a sudden, that same man came up to us and said, hi, girls. And we turned and said, wow, fancy meeting you here. And it was just bizarre that there he was. And so we said, well, hi. And then we turned away. And then he had said some other things to us. And then we looked back and he was totally gone. He was not in the store. And we went outside, we looked up and down the street, and he was nowhere. And there were these little like ice cream chairs from a little table outside, and we sat down and we weren't thinking angels at all. And we started talking about how bizarre it was. Do you think he was an angel? And the reason why I think he might have been my guardian angel is because he said, see you at the airport. Well, when my daughter had passed away, my fear of flying just went through the roof. I had to take drugs to get on the plane. That's how scared I was. And he said, "See you at the airport." And that changed everything. I thought, angels are with me, angels are guiding me, and I'm going to go on. And I have other stories too, like these through the years now, but those two really set me on a course. And that's why I decided years later to write books where angels live as humans in a town where nobody knows a secret. And so I've written 10 books now, 10 books, and I've gone on with my life because of those wonderful stories I have that are true stories. And all the stories I'm going to tell on my channel are true. These are ones that people shared with me, people I didn't even know before. And I'm going to Payson Book Festival soon, and I will hope to get some more stories from people. Tell me your angel stories. And you can go to my website, and there's a place to tell me your angel story, and I will put it on my channel because I'd love to hear your stories. And I know that angels are everywhere, and they're here to guide us. And I have not seen one with wings, but I think I met one once. And I think I've had other encounters too that I will share along the way. So anyway, that's my story for today, my angel stories. And so I hope that you come around again to see my channel. And remember, angels are everywhere. And as my character, Madame Norma, in many of my books said, kindness is the first ingredient to love. And so I hope you enjoyed what I talked about today. Angels are everywhere. Bye for now.